Welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. It's May 30th, 2023, in the year of our Lord. Um, well, we're still organizing and unpacking here at the historic Hotel Orloff here in Rural Retreat, Virginia. Here, the Hotel Orloff, at least several floors of it, are a veritable museum of pop culture history. So, come along with us, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over to the Hotel Orloff. So, so it's Tuesday, beautiful Tuesday afternoon here. Looks like it might rain.
Tommy Johnson, it's your birthday. That's right, Tommy. And for your birthday at Showbiz Pizza Place, you'll get a big, delicious Showbiz birthday cake delivered personally by Billy Bob himself. Pizza and party hats for you and all your friends, and a special birthday gift. But wait, Tommy, that's not all. A birthday song just for you, performed by the one and only.
This is the new episode of The Tomb of Terror. This is episode number 19. They're available for $20 each, postpaid. And I think you'll enjoy. Each episode is 2 hours long. In the same vein as The Hypnotic Eye, a Dallas public access show that was produced in the 1990s. I helped with that program, and now in the same spirit comes The Tomb of Terror. So I think you'll enjoy that. Let's see what we've got over here. We've got things to organize. This Saturday, there's a whole bunch of garage sales all over town. It's a special event, so who knows what we'll find on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Let's see what we got here. Look at this. It's saved because Nixon resigned, but I want to see what if we might find some ads for movies. Let's see. Yeah. That's historic newspapers. You didn't come here just to look at vintage newspapers. Let's head on upstairs and try to see if we can continue alphabetizing the comic books up there. Let's turn off some of these lights.
Kolchak the Night Stalker will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following special program. Watch Kolchak the Night Stalker next week at its regularly scheduled time.
Yeah, this is the new opening credits sequence for The Tomb of Terror, episode 19. Yes, you'll have 2 hours of fun with every episode of The Tomb of Terror. There's a big delight in every bite of The Tomb of Terror. Let's turn off the lights because every time we turn on a light, Greta Thunberg screams in agony. And we don't want to do that to her. Okay, more lights. I think that's all the lights, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on upstairs. Look, another light, ladies and gentlemen. Let's turn it off. Shit. I mean, shoot, excuse me. All right. Let's turn this one off, too. It's a veritable turning off lights party, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're back. Okay. Well, this comic has seen its better days. The cover is completely detached, but it's 1960s X-Men comic. X-Men number 47. 47, you know, Donald Trump will be not just the 45th, but the 47th President of the United States, and this is issue 47. And it's the X-Men, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, perfectly readable copy. It's just that the covers are detached, which is kind of horrible. But take what you can get, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's put that over there. Okay, so when we last left off, what were we doing? I gotta move this stuff over here. Here's Haunted Horror. This was put out by Craig Yo. It's number 17. For a while, I would go into Lone Star Comics back in Texas, and all I would get are these books that reprinted old horror comics. I tried to get them as much as I could, and I don't have all the issues, but I did what I could. Okay, look at this. From the 60s. Look at this dart pistol. Let's put that over here. Oh, here's a little children's book about cowboys. We'll take that downstairs. Pretty great illustrations. We need more light, don't we? I think I know how to get more light. It'll just be kind of a hassle. All right, let's go get the other light. There's just not enough light in here, ladies and gentlemen. Most of these light bulbs up here are burned out. So sometimes I just touch it and it comes back magically. I've got the Fonzie touch. Yeah, let's steal this light from in here. Here comes Drew the dog. Drusilla the dog is here. Well, it's almost June 1st, ladies and gentlemen. That will be in 2 days on Thursday. And then the summer begins, ladies and gentlemen. When does summer actually begin? Like June 15th? I don't remember. You know, my mother passed away in the summer. My father passed away in the summer as well. My mother in the summer of 2000 and my dad in the summer of 2006. But, you know, my mother dearly loved a show that, I mean, you'll laugh because it's a show that, just the very name of it, you will not have respect for it, but the show Big Brother on CBS. You know, she watched every episode that first season, and then she was in the hospital, and as long as she was able to, was watching season 2. That was the summer of 2000, right? So, I would watch that with her, and then when she was in the hospital, I would watch it with her at her bedside, right? And so ever since then, I've watched this show just out of memory, respect for her, and also because I'm kind of an idiot, I guess, watching that show. But they put a bunch of, strangers in a house together with cameras everywhere, behind every mirror and everywhere, and watch how they interact, and they have to kick each other out of the house. It's a big competition. The last one there wins a somewhat large amount of money. Anyway, so it usually starts at the end of June each summer. Last couple of years, it's been really difficult, even more so than usual, to watch because they've been playing. Well, it's like they would cluster together by skin color and kick out people based on their skin color, which Martin Luther King always said, judge people by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin. But anyway, they would just, it just became kind of very tribal and mean, of course. Anyway, so I still watch it. Now I watch it with my wife, and so the deal is, this year it's not going to start until August because there's a writer's strike, and they have to use up all the shows that are actually written. Drew, don't chew on those. That are written by humans, and of course Big Brother doesn't have a script because it's just people behaving badly. Anyway, so we can't watch that till August, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. Here's another book that reprints old 50s horror stuff. Basil Wolverton's Gateway to Horror. Man, this light is not maybe going to work too well, is it? Drew, what are you chewing on, man? Are you chewing on that? Man, it just never ends, does it? The nightmare never ends. So, Big Brother. Of course, Drew, don't chew on those. Dang, man. This dog is going stone cold crazy, man. Okay, Drew, Drew, don't chew on those. Those are things that you don't want to chew on. What am I going to do? Let's see what's going on here. Cats are sacked out. Drew, go hang out with the cats, man. Stop chewing on my stuff, man. Man, a couple of shows back, we got to over 200 views, and then I will go back and it's like, oh, suddenly I have 150 views, and then it went back up over 200, then it went down to 180. It's like, what is going on? They keep reducing the views. Is it some horrible conspiracy? What is going on? Yeah. Okay. We need to put haunted horror into the box with the H books. This is a long, drawn-out process. Okay. Here's the box. Drew, stop chewing on those, man. What is going on with you? Have you lost your mind? They're old paintings that I did about 10 years ago. I need to get rid of these paintings because they were paintings that I don't want anymore. Okay, haunted horror. There's, okay, here we go. Here's Haunted Horror number 6. Man, that light is too bright now. Okay, so the one I'm wanting to put in is number 17. Here's number 7. Oh, another copy of number 7. So I could trade that for one of the ones I don't have, I guess. Here's number 14. Okay, then we're to number 23. So 17 goes before 23. So we got one more book filed. I guess I'll file this under B for Basil Wolverton. I've always pronounced it Basil Wolverton. Perhaps you pronounce it Basil. I don't know. I pronounce it Basil. Like Basil Rathbone, right? Basil Wolverton, one of my favorite artists of all time. Basil. Come on, Basil. Barb. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we got some other Basil. Here's Basil Wolverton's Planet of Terror. So we'll put Basil Wolverton's Gate. This dog is going crazy, man. Drew, do you need to go outside on a walk? Every time I try to do a show, this happens. Here's Time Killers. Oh wait, let's file this asterisk while we're in the A box. Asterisk, this is something famous in every country except for the United States. It's like soccer. It's beloved everywhere but here. Actually, people like soccer here now. But it's just one of those things that everyone agrees it's wonderful, but very few people have ever read it. Okay, this Barbarella book, we'll get that in here. Again, barbed wire, bolt. Okay. Now we got some of these Amazing Heroes books. We'll put those. Gosh darn it, dog, man. Amazing Heroes. Yeah, I'll put that here. There's another Amazing Heroes. Put that there. Another copy of Amazing Heroes. Okay. What else do we have? Skate Man, Neil Adams' creation that is not very well remembered. Okay, Little Lulu. Hold on. Okay, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Liberty Meadow, okay, Lost in Space, Little Liberty, okay, Liberty Meadows, after this issue of Liberty Meadows, and before the Lone Ranger, put Little Lulu, Free Comic Book Day book. What is that? Oh no, that's the thing. What else we got over here? Okay, so we got a Tick book, an issue of Tom Strong, reprints of old romance comics, Untamed Love. Those will go in the T and U box. What else is in What are you doing, Drew? Ranma 1/2 manga. Here's another copy of that same Mars Attacks we just filed the other day. An issue of Pantha, which started as a Warren hero out of Vampirella. Here's Alan Moore's Tomorrow Stories. Okay, I think we got to walk the dog, is what I'm thinking. So, sorry guys, it's just the way things are, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Drew, let's go walking before it starts raining, man. Hear her behind me. All right. Come on, Drew. All right. All right, Drew the dog, let's find your leash. We got 1 million boxes that arrived today. Look at this. This is the Vitamix, which is some big thing my wife ordered that's going to help us lose weight. And I don't know, there's a stool to sit on in the kitchen and some Tupperware. Things like that.
We think children should get vitamins by eating right, but when they don't, monsters can help. New Monster Vitamins and Monster Vitamins with iron. Look for the haunted house in your favorite store.
Oh, my sunglasses.
And Paul Newman race against time as one tiny spark becomes a night of blazing suspense. The towering inferno.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go for a walk.
20th Century Fox and Warner Brothers present Irwin Allen's production of The Towering
All right. Well, she didn't do anything, but at least she got some exercise. And
What I need is a vampire cocktail to settle my nerves. It will not only settle them, it will petrify. A vampire cocktail. You like it? It hates you. I've had several letters asking whether olives or cherries should be
this is
used
Vampira.
in making my cocktail. Well, actually, neither is necessary.
She was
Since they only
what Elvira
cocktail.
is based on. That's early 1950s.
Elvira
Elvira was 30 years later in the early 80s. That local ABC station in Los Angeles contacted Mela Nurmi, who was Vampira, for her old scripts to see if they could revive the show as their horror host, and she agreed and gave them some of her scripts, and then they kind of just stopped negotiations with her, and then the next thing, they were doing the show, instead of being about the next generation Vampira, with Vampira starring in it with the new Vampira, they decided just to create their own show, Elvira, and she tried to sue, but didn't. Here's Pete the cat. I don't know if you can see in this Greta Thunberg darkness. Yeah, that's the new episode 19. Send $20 to PayPal at Kenneth Weinert, KENNETHWEINERT, and it's postpaid and all that for each episode. Okay. Now, can we get stuff done? I don't know. Can we? All right, what are we doing now? Oh. Darn. Okay, good. The dog is going into the other room. Fantastic. Panther. Where do I file that? P. M. P. MPR TTU. Oh, and the tick. Yeah, these are all kind of in order. Skate man. Tick. Okay. I always thought the animated Tick on the Fox network was actually better than the original comics that were. It's always how I felt. It just seemed like it was funnier. Okay. Mars Attacks. Mars. Yeah, here we go. Did you even know there was a Married with Children comic book? I didn't either. Mars Attacks. There's one with the Drew Friedman cover. Wait. Didn't I file one of these the other day? I don't know. Okay. Panther. There's Path Out of This World. Here's Out of This World. It reprints 50s science fiction. Oh, Orville, Squad. Okay, we go here, Panther. Now, what is that? Red Room. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was picking up Red Room a lot back when I was in Texas, but I haven't. Okay, Ren. Okay, I would go after Ralph Snart. Yeah, I mean, Neil Adams probably thought he was really onto something with his Skate Man. Actually, he doesn't do the art inside, or does he? It's like he's got another. I think he does, actually. You know, he does some of the art, not the whole comic. Yeah, I guess he thought this was going to be a surefire hit. But obviously, he was a great artist, but he's not a great writer and not a great idea man. He's just a great artist. And so with other people's characters like Batman or whatever, or the X-Men, he can do great things, providing someone else is writing the script. But left to his own devices, he comes up with things like Skate Man. Skate, H-I-J-K. Oh yeah, remember She, S-H-I. Let's see, Shiloh. This is about the Battle of Shiloh, the Civil War battle. H-I-J-K. Simpsons. Radioactive Man, Simpsons, J.K. Okay. There's a lot of Simpsons comics here. Skate Man. Okay, here's a $6 Million Man comic from Dynamite that I don't think anyone's really aware of. It was weird how the $6 Million Man, when it was at its peak and it was a huge hit on television, that Charlton got the license. I always thought that was kind of strange. Tick. Oh, there's Tick. Okay. Tomorrow Stories. 2000. Okay, here's Tomorrow Stories. Tom Strong. I should have more of these than I do. And then Untamed Love. Go after Underdog. Undertaker. Urban Legends. Oh wait, N is before R. There's Ultraman. Underdog. Undertaker. Underdog is before. No, this is Untamed. Untamed. Undertaker. Okay, Untamed Love is before Urban Legends. Alright. Let's see what else we got in here. What's holding this up, man? Oh, that's what that is. Really? I woke up this morning with a bad headache and got over it, but it's starting to come back. It's not working, man. Oh, this is some crummy box where some crummy long box. It's too short. I mean, it's not tall enough. Stupid. Okay. Really? Okay. Let's go in here. Okay, we're back. Here in this box is a bunch of Marvel magazines, like Vampire Tales. That's Vampire Tales. I have Vampire Tales #1 in another box. I'm trying to get everything consolidated is the problem. What's in this box? This was a great magazine, Psychotronic film. This great ad on the back. This is the first issue. It was put together by Michael Weldon that put together the Psychotronic Encyclopedia of Film. He did this magazine for a while. So this box has Castle of Frankenstein, Psychotronic. Now I have the run of the Atlas Seaboard Famous Monsters Imitation. Here's issue 1 that John Goris sent me. And here's issue 2 that I bought when I was a kid, but I never had issue 1 before. I think I have another copy of issue 2. I think I do somewhere. And then issue 3, I remember buying this in San Antonio. And then I think that was the last of that, because Atlas Seaboard really only lasted less than a year. And then there was this British magazine that was imported, The House of Horror. Then it changed its name to The House of Hammer. It's really kind of more based on the Hammer films, but it covers American movies too. House of Hammer. It's 1,000,000 Years BC was a Hammer film. So I've got some of these. This is after Star Wars came out. You can see it has Star Wars coverage. And the back covers are cool because they have these the poster art for the British posters. This is what they call a British quad poster, which I have one of those for that. Yeah. Anyway, so this used to actually get over and was on the newsstand in Arlington, Texas. Dang it. What's in this box? I should be getting a huge order in a few days from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, because he is trading me in comics for a set of the Tomb of Terror television series. So I made 3 copies of every episode I had up to that point, 16 episodes. So I'm getting a lot of cool comics and books in the mail in a couple of days, probably almost instantly, because somehow when he mails things, they like show up almost the next day or within 2 days. It's either he has this magic touch or the post office is actually working a little better now than it was. Post office reached a incredible new low during the pandemic, and But anyway, let's see. See what we can look at in here, ladies and gentlemen. What's in this box? Let's get down here. What is all of this? Oh. This is Dave Stevens art. I was trying to put all the Dave Stevens stuff together. Oh, here's a bunch of stuff that needs to be filed over there. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. I think I showed you these books, Captain Marvel and the Metal Men, and okay, these need to go up here. Okay. Now what is this? Oh. Weird War. Oh man, look at all this. Okay. This issue of Lois Lane needs to go over here. So does this Batman. These two aren't real. These are this is a facsimile. You can tell by the UPC code. It's the first Poison Ivy, and this is a facsimile from the 90s. You can tell because it has modern 90s ads on the back. Okay, yeah, these facsimiles, I was going to put them back there. Yeah. All right, this is going to give me something to do. Excellent. Where's that? There's a little, this is a book made to like sell at book fairs, like at elementary schools, but it's like a digest size Sergeant Rock book, but it's made more like a trade paperback. All right, that goes there. Okay. Oh, I see. This is a bunch of these here books need to go back there. More recent books, like this, very recent from the early 70s. To me, that's recent. I mean, with the 60s and back, that's the. Yeah. Okay. So I've got to go back into these boxes to. Oh, and then there's Harvey. Oh yeah. It's a lot of stuff I gotta file. Okay. Cool. All right. That's what that is. Let's see, here's more Basil Wolverton art. Yeah. this box? What is this? Oh, it's Harvey Comics. Okay. Maybe I could file some of this that I saw was Harvey in there. Here's some Marvel Tales that need to go. Where do they go? Oh, in this box. I know exactly where those go. That wasn't good. Let's look at these records that I've got to take to the other room anyway to get them out of here. The Shadow. George. Oh, look. The previous owner's written on there. So that's really cool. Here's Huckleberry Hound telling the Uncle Remus stories. So I'll go in the other room. Here's the, I got these at Canesville Collectibles, which is a tremendous record store. I went there about a year ago, just about exactly a year ago. I'd go back, but my radiator's shot. I've got to somehow come up with money to replace the radiator in my car, and then I can go back and get more amazing records like these. Now this one I didn't get at Canesville Collectibles. This is a record from my childhood. These records that say Tail Spinners for Children are really good, really well acted. Robinson Crusoe, another Tail Spinners for Children. And those three I got when I was a kid, but this one I got more recently. And this may have been one I got from Canesville Collectibles, or I got it somewhere. But, oh, here's another Tail Spin. This Tail Spinners for Children. I got a bunch of these. This one I had as a kid. So this is a childhood copy. Knights of the Round Table. And the Nutcracker Suite. And these records on the MGM label. Leo, it's called Leo. Their children's label of MGM is called Leo. These are great. Look at that great artwork. This is another record I had as a kid. Look at this great artwork on the back. It's got the Time Machine, First Men in the Moon, and War of the Worlds. All three H.G. Wells stories acted out. This is another copy of one of my favorite records of all time, Walt Disney's Chilling, Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House. This came out in 1964. The Haunted Mansion at Disneyland didn't open until 1969. I think it opened the same weekend as the Tate LaBianca murders. So, but it was already in Disney's mind, building a haunted house. He didn't live to see it. I think he passed away in '67. But that's a classic record with a lot of great Disney sound effects. Here's Cowboy Songs for Children. This is a record they used to sell like at Woolco and Woolworth. Blood-curdling terror, horror. It looks almost like an Eerie Publications cover. It's just got so much horrifying horror going on there. That's a Halloween perennial. Here's the soundtrack to Cleopatra. You know, they thought that was going to be a huge hit, but it wasn't. It kind of was a bomb with the audiences, but they thought it was going to be a huge hit, so they had the merchandise ready. Oh, I should have shown that. I didn't know where this was, but for last week's 4-Color Fossils, there's a Jungle theme episode. That's Betty Page. And where's the record for this? I must have taken the record. I took the record out because I used to have this framed. So I've got to reunite it with a record. It's a Betty Page. This record is worth probably $200 just because Betty Page is on it. Maybe more than that. I don't know what the current state of the collecting is. Dwayne Eddy, the biggest twang of them all. This is one of the great K-Tel record covers. Right on. I need to find the ad for this and put it on Tomb of Terror because I have a lot of old commercials on that. And then this is another K-Tel record, and this one has Robbie the Robot on the cover. He's the DJ. It has not only a poster of Casey and the Sunshine Band, but Andy Gibb. But that was on some little girl's wall back in the 1970s, and it's not in the record album. Not that I really care. Sound of Music. Casey and the Sunshine Band, though, they were really good. Let's take these records in the other room, man. These vinyls, as you youngsters call them, vinyls. But apparently, that's the thing now. Records are now becoming the new thing to collect. They always were something for me to collect. Okay, hold on. But I don't know. Now they make new records they actually sell them in Walmart and stuff. But here we go. There's that poster you just saw on the back of House of Hammer. Let me set you guys down for a moment. Yeah, scared me. All right. Okay, those records are out of the way, so now we can go through those boxes of comic books. Yeah, it's Tuesday night, so I think around 6 o'clock, Alex Stein goes live. He's fun to watch. Look up Prime Time with Alex Stein. Okay, all right. Harvey Comics. Oh, this is one of the great covers. And man, I have 2 copies of that. I had no idea. Okay, so Harvey. I could have sworn there was more Harvey. There are. Okay. Astro Comics. That'll go in here. Oh, I have another Astro Comics. These were giveaways when you for little kids when they flew on what was it, American Airlines. So I have 2 of them. I don't know how many there are. I could look it up. mycomicshop.com would be a good way to find that out. Okay. Oh, Twilight Zone. Oh, this Twilight Zone, I think that's one that there was a guy, there's an auctioneer on YouTube that if he doesn't like the people, like he had a 1947 Wonder Woman comic, and he was asking $250, which is a good, not that it's affordable to me, but it's a good price for a comic from that time period that was in that shape. And this guy lowballed him. He said, "Would you take $175 for it?" And he just got so outraged, and he just took the comic and tore it in half and threw it across the room. And he says, "I don't take food stamps," and said all these other horrible curse words. But apparently he's like a bad guy wrestler, and he's been doing this for a while, and he's apparently torn up other Golden Age comics, but he's just sometimes he'll I think he ate a Hulk 181, the first appearance of Wolverine, which is a very valuable comic, and he just ate the thing, like staples and all, apparently, on one show. So anyway, I was talking about that a couple of weeks ago on a live broadcast, and Kevin from Gotham City Comics was saying, "Yeah, that guy's great. I watch him. He's a lot of fun." And then Graphic Man was saying, "Are you saying you think like what?" But then he told me the next day, "Oh, I'd never seen him tear apart the Wonder Woman comic. That was pretty bad. He's not normally that bad. That was just him in a real bad mood." He says, "I'm real embarrassed that I said I like him on the show, because now, people makes people think, is he out of his mind? A guy tearing apart a Golden Age comic?" But anyway, he had never seen that. That was apparently he